Federal Government College, Yauri, where bandits invaded and kidnapped scores of students and teachers, is in the spotlight after the second batch of the kidnapped students were released from captivity. Trust TV's Hamza Galadima visits the school to reenact the scene of the incidents, as well as speak to the released teacher, students, and their parents. His report.
I'm standing right here in the compound of the Federal Government College, Yauri, where some few months ago, or precisely 6 months ago, students and some of their teachers were abducted. For the students of the Federal Government College, Yauri, it was just like any other examination day until the gunmen in their hundreds came calling at precisely 15 minutes after noon that fateful day. The emergence of the gunmen sent students and their teachers running for safety in all directions in the effort to evade bullets that were flying in all directions. Many of the students and teachers were lucky to escape out of the school premises, but others were not so lucky and took refuge in the newly constructed examination hall, from where the gunmen forcefully took them hostage along with some of their teachers. I am standing here inside the exam hall from where the students were abducted from. Now, you can see this is a piece of paper that was left here. It is paper from the examination that was being held on that day. And from the paper, I can see subject, Financial Accounting Class, SS2, objectives. And it is labeled Federal Government College, Yauri. The children were writing this paper when the kidnappers or the gunmen came. Some of the teachers that were there that fateful day recounts their experience in an interview with Trust TV News in the premises of the school.
Really, we were at our section, staff nursery and primary school. So we don't know what is happening. We only saw people running, that the bandits have came in. So from there, we decided to take a refuge. There's not any other option except the big hall that was recently built. They took all of us that were in the hall to the main gate there. It was there they were able to take those that they could take. Because when we got there, the big boss there, they asked us, where is the driver? We say none of the driver was around. So there was a parent that came with a helos. So he decided to because of the incident, he left the helo there with the kids. So they took that helo and they packed those they could pack. Even my wife was among those they took. They went with her. So I too narrowly escaped because they asked me to climb their bike. I climbed it 3 times. When I climbed it, they would tell me to drop down. That was how I was left behind.
But those bandits, they penetrate all places. They ran after the student. On my way to try to escape, I come in contact with one. We drag gun together. He tried to shoot. So I raised the gun up. My phone fall down. He took my phone. Then there's a security that ran after him. From there, he picked my phone. Then he ran with the phone. Then I escaped inside the library. So they see a staff running towards this exam hall. He lie down. They follow him because he wear jeans and other top shirt. They were thinking he's one of the Mopu. But when they searched him, they did not see any gun with him. I was far distant observing what was happening. Yeah. Some of them go and sit down in the pavilion watching, asking they should hito now. Students are running eta to save their life. There's a person, one of the store man, escaping the student to this big exam hall. Many students were being safe while some run to the staff quarters, some run inside the library with some teacher. Teacher tried their all means, but students could not keep their mouth shut. Engineer Atahiru Yauri is a father to one of the students captured by the bandits. And in this interview, recalls when the news was broken to him about the kidnap of his child.
Well, it will take a longer time to express my reaction, honestly, because I received a phone call from my wife that this is what is happening in Yauri. So I thought it was a drama. Not until when this bandit sent us a picture. Then immediately they sent the pictures. I saw my boy among. Honestly, I fainted. Honestly, I could not eat about 2 days. It was when my friends and relatives came to plead on the incidents, begging me to have something to eat before I got something to eat.
All efforts to get some of the now released students was not successful, as many of them were not available at the time of this report. However, I was able to speak to 2 of them on their experience, which they describe as horrific, but also commended the Kebbi State government for its role in their release and the medical attention they received when they finally came back home. The 2 students also expressed hope that the remaining 16 students still being held hostage will soon regain their freedom.
We are pleading to the government to rescue our classmates who are still being held captive.
The saga of their captivity may be coming to an end, but the one question on everybody's mind is what will now happen to their studies that was cut short 7 months ago. Hamza Galadi Mazuru, Trust TV News from Birnin Kebbi.